Did you know that nearly half of all Americans over 65 struggle with chronic sleep problems? And that most of them turn to sleeping pills that create dependence, cause side effects, and don't actually solve the problem? If you're over 60 and lying awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling, counting sheep that never come, wondering if you'll ever sleep through the night again, this story will change your life. Because what I'm about to share isn't another prescription. It's 7 foods that a sleep specialist gave me 3 years ago, and I haven't touched a sleeping pill since. This situation caused incredible changes in my life. I'm Brendan Thompson. I'm 76 years old, and I live in Tucson, Arizona with my wife, Barbara. I'm a retired police officer. I spent 30 years with the Tucson Police Department before I hung up my badge at 60. I have 2 kids, 5 grandkids, and for 10 years, I had a secret I was ashamed to admit. I couldn't sleep. Not naturally. Not without pills. Every night, I'd take Ambien or Lunesta or whatever my doctor prescribed that month, knock myself out for 5 or 6 hours, wake up groggy and confused, and do it all over again the next night. This problem continued like this for years. You can't imagine how much difficulty it caused me and how much it pushed me. If you had experienced this situation every night, what would you have done? Please share with me. It started when I was 66. I'd been retired for 6 years, and suddenly, sleep stopped. I'd go to bed at 10 p.m., lie there until midnight with my mind racing. I'd lie there for hours without doing anything. Even if I didn't sleep, I was lying in bed. I'd finally fall asleep around 1 a.m., wake up at 3 or 4, and that was it. Done. 2 or 3 hours of broken, restless sleep. I'd drag myself through the day, exhausted, drinking coffee like water, falling asleep in my recliner at 2 p.m., then lying wide awake all night again. It was torture. It was as if someone had injected irregular sleep into my body. While my body was whining for sleep, my brain was acting the exact opposite. My mind and body were constantly in conflict about sleep. My doctor at the time did what most doctors do. Wrote me a prescription, Ambien, 10 milligrams. Take one at bedtime, he said. You'll sleep great. And I did. That first night, I slept 7 hours straight. It felt like a miracle, like I had turned off a motor that had been running for years. My mind and brain had finally stopped. But what he didn't tell me was that I'd need it every single night for the next 10 years. He was taking back the only benefit he provided me by making me addicted for years. The only thing I didn't know at the beginning was that my body would become dependent. I would develop tolerance and need higher doses. I would experience memory problems, morning confusion, and even episodes of sleepwalking I didn't remember. If I had known all of these, would I have used it again? Of course not. By the time I was 73, I was taking sleeping pills every night and hating it. I felt trapped. I was aware that I had to use medication for years for my sleep problem, and this deception was eating me away every day. I couldn't sleep without them, but taking them made me feel like a zombie. I felt only asleep and awake, as if I had lost myself. I wasn't aware that I was living. My kids noticed I was forgetting conversations. Barbara said I seemed checked out most mornings. And worst of all, I knew I was slowly damaging my brain. Studies show long-term sleeping pill use increases dementia risk by up to 50%. I was trading my mind for sleep. Yes, I was sleeping, but I was also aware of what I was losing. Losing these things was really very difficult. 3 years ago, at 73, I met Dr. Sarah Patel, a sleep medicine specialist at the University of Arizona Medical Center. She changed everything. Instead of writing me another prescription, she said something I'll never forget. Brendan, sleeping pills don't fix insomnia. They mask it. If you want to sleep naturally again, we need to fix what's broken. And for most seniors, That starts with what you eat. She gave me a list of 7 foods. She told me to eat specific amounts of each one at specific times. And she promised if I followed her plan for 90 days, I'd sleep without pills. If you were me, wouldn't you stick to the program too? I didn't believe her, but I was desperate, so I tried, and it worked. 3 years later, at 76, I sleep 7 to 8 hours every single night. No pills, no grogginess, just deep, restful, natural sleep. And I'm about to tell you exactly what I eat and when I eat it. First food, Tart cherry juice. Nature's melatonin. Dr. Patel started with this. Brendan, your body isn't producing enough melatonin anymore. That's why you can't fall asleep. But instead of taking synthetic melatonin pills, I want you to drink 8 ounces of Tart cherry juice every evening at 7 p.m. Drinking this didn't seem logical at first. Why? I thought. I was skeptical. Cherry juice? For sleep? But she explained how it worked scientifically. Montmorency tart cherries are one of the only natural food sources of melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. A study from Louisiana State University found that drinking tart cherry juice twice a day increased sleep time by 84 minutes and improved sleep quality by 5%. Another study from the University of Rochester showed that tart cherry juice raised melatonin levels in the blood and reduced insomnia severity. When I listened to these scientific studies, it started to make sense. The key is timing and type. It has to be tart cherry juice, not regular cherry juice. Regular sweet cherries don't have enough melatonin, and you have to drink it at 7 p.m., 2 to 3 hours before bed, so the melatonin kicks in right when you need it. I buy Cherubundi or Dynamic Health brand from Whole Foods. 8 ounces every evening at 7 p.m., no exceptions. I definitely started drinking it before going to bed every night. Within 2 weeks, I noticed something. I was getting drowsy around 9:30 p.m. Naturally drowsy, not pill-induced drowsy. My body was remembering how to produce its own sleep signals. 3 years later, I haven't skipped a single night. That cherry juice is non-negotiable because I drank it in a disciplined way, and I never broke this routine. Just as everything has a consequence, this regularly done work also had its consequence. Second food, fatty fish 3 times a week. Dr. Patel's second prescription. Eat fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, or sardines for dinner 3 times per week, preferably on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yes, fish contributed to your intelligence level as far as I remember, and it was obvious that it was beneficial. But regulating my sleep? I needed reasons to be sure. The science is fascinating. Fatty fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D, both of which regulate serotonin production. Serotonin is the precursor to melatonin. A study from the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that people who ate fatty fish 3 times per week fell asleep 30% faster and slept 50 minutes longer than those who didn't. Another study from the University of Bergen in Norway showed that vitamin D deficiency is directly linked to poor sleep quality, especially in older adults. Because the body wanted everything it needed for sleep completely. Without completing whatever was missing, it wasn't possible to get proper and quality sleep. I started buying wild-caught Alaskan salmon from Costco. Barbara bakes it with lemon and garlic every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes we have mackerel. Sometimes I eat canned sardines on crackers. The point is, I was eating 3 servings of fatty fish per week, minimum. Within a month, my sleep onset time, the time it takes to fall asleep, dropped from 60 minutes to about 20 minutes. This alone was life-changing. As I said before, sleep is not possible to sleep as desired unless it gets everything it needs. But if you slowly strive for sleep to be proper and quality, you definitely get rewarded. Third food, 2 kiwis, 1 hour before bed. This sounded ridiculous. Dr. Patel told me, eat 2 kiwi fruits exactly 1 hour before bedtime, every single night. I laughed. Kiwis? Really? She didn't laugh. Really? The research is solid. She was about to tell me very seriously, and I was owning my curiosity to listen about whether this fruit would be a remedy after all those sleepless nights. And indeed, I think so. A study from Taipei Medical University followed people with sleep problems who ate 2 kiwis 1 hour before bed for 4 weeks. Results? They fell asleep 35% faster, slept 13% longer, and reported 42% better sleep quality. Kiwis are packed with serotonin and antioxidants that promote relaxation and reduce inflammation. Thanks to all these components, sleep quality was increasing seriously. I was skeptical, but I tried it. Every night at 9 p.m., I eat 2 kiwis. I buy them from Safeway, let them ripen on the counter, cut them in half, and scoop out the inside with a spoon. Within 3 weeks, I noticed my sleep was deeper. I wasn't waking up at 3 a.m. anymore. As someone who had gotten up at that hour for years and been sleep deprived, this is an indescribable blessing. I was sleeping straight through. 3 years later, I eat 2 kiwis every single night at 9 p.m. Barbara jokes that I'm single-handedly keeping the kiwi industry in business. Actually, she's not wrong with the joke she makes, because I was constantly doing this routine to sleep this healthy sleep. Fourth food, a handful of walnuts every afternoon. Dr. Patel's fourth food, eat a small handful of walnuts, about 7 or 8 pieces, every day around 3 p.m. Walnuts are a natural source of melatonin and magnesium. Magnesium relaxes muscles and calms the nervous system. A study from the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that magnesium supplementation improved sleep quality in seniors, and walnuts provide that magnesium in food form. It's much more beneficial than artificially or synthetically produced magnesium. Besides, when research has already proven that walnuts increase sleep quality with the necessary active ingredients, it's obvious that it's better than synthetic pills. But here's the key. You have to eat them in the afternoon, not at night. Why? Because walnuts also contain healthy fats that give you energy. If you eat them too late, they can keep you awake. But if you eat them at 3 p.m., the magnesium benefit builds up in your system by bedtime. So you need to act a little early for this food you need to eat. If it benefits my sleep, I consume it, paying attention to every hour and minute. I keep a bag of raw walnuts in my car. Every day at 3 p.m., I eat a small handful. Sometimes I'm at home. Sometimes I'm out running errands. Doesn't matter. 3 p.m., 7 walnuts. Like clockwork. And my sleep quality improved even more. Doing this required willpower, and I showed that willpower. And why wouldn't I? I consume natural products and increase my sleep quality. Fifth food, chamomile tea at 8:30 p.m. This was the easiest one. Dr. Patel said, brew a cup of chamomile tea at 8:30 p.m. Drink it slowly, over 20 minutes. This will be your wind-down ritual. Chamomile contains apigenin, a compound that binds to receptors in your brain that promote sleepiness and reduce anxiety. A study from BMC Complementary Medicine found that people who drank chamomile tea before bed fell asleep faster and had fewer nighttime awakenings. Chamomile tea is also a tea that adds calmness to a person with its essence and the active ingredients it contains. As someone who knows this situation, I had no hesitation about chamomile tea and no question on my mind. Also, chamomile tea is a tea that is easier to drink and more delicious compared to other teas. I buy Celestial Seasonings chamomile tea from the grocery store. Every night at 8:30, I boil water, steep the tea for 5 minutes, and sit in my recliner drinking it slowly. No TV, no phone, just me, the tea, and quiet. It's become my favorite part of the day. That 20 minutes of calm signals to my body it's time to wind down. By the time I finish the tea, I'm ready for bed. My sleep was coming whether I wanted it or not, because I had done everything to bring my sleep. Sixth food, a small handful of almonds before bed. Dr. Patel's sixth food. If you get hungry before bed, eat 5 or 6 almonds. Not more, not less. Just enough to take the edge off without spiking your blood sugar. Almonds are rich in magnesium and also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that helps produce serotonin and melatonin. A study from the Journal of Orthomolecular Medicine found that magnesium deficiency causes insomnia, and almonds are one of the best food sources of magnesium. Not having to do this every day made me feel better. That's why it was very easy to do this. Of course, there were days I skipped, because I only needed to take it if I was hungry. The key is portion control. Too many almonds, and you'll be too full to sleep. Too few, and you'll wake up hungry at 2 a.m. 5 or 6 almonds is the sweet spot. I keep a small bowl of raw almonds on my nightstand. If I'm hungry around 9:30 or 9:45 p.m., I eat 5. If I'm not hungry, I skip them. But they're there if I need them. This food was really easy, both natural and effective, even when taken sufficiently. What more could there be? Seventh food, turkey or chicken for dinner. The seventh and final food, eat turkey or chicken for dinner at least 4 nights per week. These are high in tryptophan, which your body converts into serotonin and then melatonin. This is the science behind the famous Thanksgiving turkey coma. Turkey is loaded with tryptophan, the amino acid that makes you sleepy. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that increasing dietary tryptophan improved sleep quality and reduced time to fall asleep. I started eating turkey or chicken for dinner 4 or 5 nights a week. Barbara makes grilled chicken, turkey meatballs, roasted turkey breast. Doesn't matter how it's cooked, as long as it's turkey or chicken. And I noticed my sleep got even deeper. The full protocol. Let me lay out the complete daily schedule Dr. Patel gave me, because timing matters just as much as the foods themselves. 3 p.m. Eat 7 to 8 walnuts dinner. 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Turkey or chicken as main protein, plus vegetables. Monday, Wednesday, Friday dinner. Fatty fish instead of turkey, chicken. 7 p.m. Drink 8 ounces Tart cherry juice. 8:30 p.m. Brew and drink chamomile tea. 20-minute ritual. 9 p.m. Eat 2 kiwis. 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. 5 to 6 almonds if hungry. 10 p.m. Bedtime. It looks complicated written out, but once you do it for a week, it becomes automatic. And here's what happened to me. Within 2 weeks, I was falling asleep faster. Within a month, I was sleeping through the night. Within 90 days, I stopped Ambien completely. That was 3 years ago. I'm 76 now, and I haven't taken a single sleeping pill in 3 years. I sleep 7 to 8 hours every night. I wake up clear-headed and energized. No grogginess, no confusion, no memory problems, just natural, deep, restful sleep. Final thoughts. Brendan Thompson is 76 years old. For 10 years, from 66 to 76, he was dependent on sleeping pills, Ambien, Lunesta, Trazodone, whatever his doctor prescribed. He couldn't sleep without them, but taking them made him feel like a zombie. 3 years ago, a sleep specialist gave him 7 foods to eat at specific times. Tart cherry juice at 7 p.m., fatty fish 3 times a week, 2 kiwis at 9 p.m., walnuts at 3 p.m., chamomile tea at 8:30 p.m., almonds before bed, and turkey or chicken for dinner. Within 90 days, he stopped the pills completely. 3 years later, he sleeps naturally every single night. If you're over 60 and taking sleeping pills, if you're lying awake every night, if you think this is just what aging feels like, you're wrong. Your body can sleep naturally again, but you have to give it the tools. These 7 foods aren't magic, they're science. They provide the building blocks, melatonin, tryptophan, magnesium, serotonin, that your aging body isn't producing enough of anymore. Eat them at the right times, consistently for 90 days, and watch what happens. You might just sleep like a baby again. And if you're listening to this at 3 a.m. because you can't sleep, if you're tired of pills, if you're desperate for a solution, I hope you try this. I hope you start tonight, because 3 years from now, you'll either be grateful you did, or you'll wish you had.